All right, everyone. Game one of the other semifinal bracket N. It is going to be once again on Airfields, starting map for the semifinals between the red team on the left side. It is Team Pretty Mediocre. Tangi obviously chose that name. It is Wreckz in the pumpkin saucer and Tangibility in a Neo, in a standard Neo.
That's right. And you can see Wreckz just flail in that Tournament Cup round as they go up against the Rusty Council of Stuart98 and ShadowUltima. Mirroring their openings with each other.
I find it really funny that Wreckz has paired his Tournament Cup with a silver star. I guess it color matches, but
How did Wreckz get a silver star?
Yeah. Yeah.
Snake?
Yeah. So it does look like, okay, Tangi going with the bear trap approach again. Gonna put them, let's see where he decides to put them. Probably right on fort is my guess. And he puts them in the path of, the first outpost. Wreckz neutralizing or knocking down the neutrals on the bottom left, and okay, they're pretty even right now, both teams.
Longhorns there, but we are seeing units coming in from the blue team, and they may want to try and contest this.
Well, Wreckz has also started to go for the Tesla Tower at mid on their side. Stuart with a Longhorn harassment, neutralizing the outpost. The Longhorn does go down, so I don't know how worth it that was for him.
I would say not.
Probably not.
Coming in with creeps, and another Longhorn.
Another Longhorn.
Like at this point, it's just sinking credits into something that's not gonna resolve itself there.
Well, they have been able to kill a little bit. Obviously it doesn't equal out, but this neutralization, continuing actually might be pretty beneficial for them.
And they did take a couple units on their own.
Yes.
Though
Stuart,
the outpost has been recaptured.
Q healing, getting back to his outpost, no problem.
And that's something we have seen a lot of people dying today when they could have just landed and held down Q for a couple seconds.
New mechanics, relatively new. I mean, I know Q heal has been in for a couple months, but especially for long time AirMech veterans like these four, it is a little bit hard to get used to. Except for Tangi. Tangi can adapt to anything at a moment's notice. It's very...
I mean, he's a Wallace god, what do you expect?
Exactly. So Wreckz actually aggressively leapfrogging up to the bottom right there. Although blue takes the middle outpost, I don't know. It's 34 to 31. Red has a little bit of an upkeep lead.
I think that upkeep lead is a lot less overstated than you're making it on account of the fact that there's 8 runners on the red team taking up upkeep, and then a handful of jokers as well.
Yeah, okay,
That's
so there you go.
Very low value upkeep there.
That is. And now they are actually starting to attack that top left outpost. Wreckz is, funnily enough, I think pretty rusty. This would probably not have phased him too much before, and I think he is actually having some PC issues with the game. But Stuart actually will... Oh, very close. Very close.
And Stuart has just been slipping out of things today that he really should not be.
And he's also been falling victim to things that he definitely should have.
True enough, and it looks like blue is just starting to take up a bit of a commanding presence.
Weird, right? Isn't that weird? That is weird. To me, that's weird.
It's weird seeing Tangi on the losing end.
It's weird seeing Wreckz and Tangi on the same team.
It's weird seeing Wreckz lose before the finals where he gets humiliated by... What? I didn't say anything.
It's weird seeing Wreckz getting killed, but not by a warthog. Okay, let's back up here and make some sense. Yeah. But actually, okay, the blue team probably overextending a little bit. Their lead has gone, actually. It's 51 to 44.
And they're going to pay with a few Longhorns for that transgression.
Ooh, they really need to start defending this top right outpost, which is not defended at all. And Tangi now going to...
They do quickly get 4 Longhorns and a couple flackers in there. They're going to shove them right off.
Tangi using that cloaked melee uppercut, actually, to pick off a lot of units down here. Stuart is here now, but Tangi's going to easily get away.
Though he is taking a lot of heat and his outpost is running low on power, and he is driven right off of it.
He's okay for now, especially because he's a Neo, really fast, way faster than any of the mechs on the other team, and can cloak away without too much issue.
though he does almost go down once again, and he's taking a lot of heat, forced to withdraw all the way back to the main fortress, where he secures a level up to quickly finish off the game.
So the blue team able to maintain their lead. ShadowUltima sorting down. The red team's actually losing a lot of units. It's 49 to 54, and at once, like you said, a lot of that upkeep that the red team has is in very low value units, like runners bunkered on every outpost.
And you can see, though, they're starting to warm up a little bit, and that tight micro is paying off for them as they're able to just slowly chip away at blue team's units without taking a whole lot of attrition themselves.
The top outpost fight is probably the main focus of the game as of right now. Red team forced to pull back a little bit. It's kind of weird because the blue team has almost nothing there.
However, they do have a pretty substantial build-up. In the middle, they've even got those generators standing by to make sure that they never run out of power when they're over.
Wreckz death raying the fort.
The use of generators in this, the new way that they've been designed is actually quite interesting.
And oh, Shadow able to save that that Longhorn from getting killed by Tangibility.
Tangibility just wants to take everything.
I don't think it's necessarily that. Tangi just does walrus things.
Maybe walrus things happen to include take everything on their agenda.
You know, I can't, it's speculation really, but actually picking off a good amount of units. The upkeep gap is closing again with that 8 upkeep in just runners bunkered. And actually Stewart...
Wreckz now bringing out the Death Laser, gonna drive them right off, completely shuts that push down.
And Stewart able to get back to his post without getting killed. Wreckz with 3 Longhorn does not know where he wants to put them. And moves him up a little bit. Where's he? What's he doing? Okay, gonna try to neutralize this outpost while ShadowUltima does roughly the same thing, but Tangi is here to respond, and Stewart is at the top.
Tangi says, hell nah. As does Stewart, of course.
Wreckz actually changing to... Okay, now he's gonna retreat these tanks.
And it looks like Shadow tries to retreat his tanks, but goes down in the process and leaves those tanks completely vulnerable as Wreckz and Tangi are both here to shut him down.
Wreckz dropping the Longhorn, but not dropping to fire.
And 3.
Yeah. But the
They're all
Brutes...
lost.
Actually, now, Council, Hacksaws, or no, that's an old name. Council, Rusty Council, there you go. They, are at Brute level, so they are starting to pop those out to lock their outposts down. And with the income disadvantage, I don't really know what the red team will be planning on doing at this point. 4 drop, whoa, 5 Longhorn drop, that's a lot.
That is impressive drops, and that's going to deal some real damage as they just keep dropping.
And the red team has actually lost their top left. What is going on? This is bonkers. If someone told me Wreckz and Tangibility were going to be on a team together, I'd be like, oh, do you want them to give them? Do you want to give them the prize now, or do you want to give them the prize after they win? But I'm very confused right now.
It's looking like this series is gonna go 1-up in favor of ShadowUltima and Stewart. Though, once again, if that does happen, we will have. It's a best-of-3 series.
It is. It is. We'll see.
But not calling anyone over just yet.
At this point, it's probably going to be an easy finish for the Council, Rusty Council guys, with a couple more drops.
True.
Lunchbox does go down.
And they're just gonna keep dropping.
Lunchboxes do go down, but easy kills again, easy pickoffs for the Council to, you know.
And at this point, Tangibility and Wreckz are just fully focused on keeping their base alive, and they're not really able to invest all that much as they send a huge push into mid lane.
Yes, did not notice that, so that will clear out the middle outpost, and this actually swings the map shift control, the map control in Red's favor. Red will be able to take this outpost and probably hold it, considering, upkeep as well.
Upkeep advantage. They need to get that lunchbox up though, or they will be increasingly vulnerable to more drops.
Fortunately for them, there is no Neo on the opposing team, but it's still very, very, I mean, the mech dynamics now, it's hard to catch a mech and, you know, focus him down.
Well, as you say that, Stewart does go down.
Well, that was different, though. That was just Stewart being Stewart. So...
And Wreckz goes down also.
Wreckz goes down.
Stewart now too?
I don't know, but you know what?
Red Team Gorgons are coming out.
With the way things are going, you know, it might be hard to differentiate between Wreckz and Stewart. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
What if they're the same person?
What if they're the same? Maybe Wreckz is actually playing Stewart's account with his feet.
Maybe Stewart is playing Wreckz's account with his nose.
Stewart trying to evacuate his Longhorn with plenty of energy in his tank. Could have Q-healed a little bit first. Might have lost the Longhorn, but would not have lost his life. And ShadowUltima actually getting himself killed too. So do have a team wipe, a very brief team wipe on the red side.
Losing their life is costing them, as that top post is now being sieged. We've got base drops coming in. Look at it, Stewart's trying.
But uncoordinated.
Longhorn.
Trying to focus down the lunchbox as much as he possibly can. Needs to Q-heal a little bit. Does get blocked.
Die, but there's a new one up right away. 2 new lunchboxes, in fact.
I'd really love to see coordinated drops between Stewart and Shadow, though. That would be pretty effective.
That's right, but you know, I'm not sure that Stewart and Shadow... I'm not sure that, sorry, Wreckz and Tangibility realize they can put one of those lunchboxes on top of the fortress to make it a little bit harder to harass.
It actually depends, because sockets on the fort corners can be shot by mechs in the air.
However, it seems that Stewart's tech has been to stand a long ways off with his rockets and poke them down, so that could be a safer route, especially since they do have a defensive Gordon.
Or one of each, you know, one of each. But at this point,
they got 2, so they could relocate one.
The red team is very much ahead now, except for their fort health. We'll see if the blue team can finish this off with drops, but it's actually probably just a little bit more than what they can do, considering the lunchbox is up.
From the start, probably, you know, this was all probably part of Tanger's plan. I mean...
Excuse me? This was all Wreckz's plan. Don't even.
Are you telling me that the Walrus is not all-knowing and all-seeing?
I'm not saying that, necessarily, but Wreckz. Do I need to continue my argument?
So,
Wreckz.
Here's a theory. What if Tangi's master plan here was to wait for Wreckz to enter the tournament so that he could partner up with them and use Wreckz as his instrument of victory?
That's a good argument, but I think my argument of Wreckz is probably better.
Well, it doesn't matter what argument you're making, as a Goliath does start to roll onto Stewart and ShadowUltima's base.
Yeah, that is...
gonna burn through that lunchbox shield and start taking away those 290 hits right onto their corners, as Tangibility even pulls it back in time to save its life.
Pounding away very strongly, that Goliath. And another one goes down. Wreckz death rays that. Stewart gets himself killed. Why haven't Shadow and Stewart tried to continue dropping? That's a little bit weird.
And how the turns have tables.
There's a lot of tables that have been happening in this tournament. Lots of unexpected tables. So I'm gonna.
I think that this table is getting flipped, as Stewart and ShadowUltima must be a little frustrated after
the turn is getting
denied so close to victory.
The turn is getting flipped. That's what. You need to learn English. You need to learn English, guy. So
I don't worry about English, all right?
All right.
I just worry about Wreckz.
Wreckz doing fort drops as well with Longhorn and continuing. Tangi supporting. This is probably it looks like they're going for the kill.
The real impact behind this base drop is coming from those creeps, those 2 creeps, which are now being joined by 2 more creeps and several tanks. It's up.
If you have a choice between creeps and Longhorn,
it's a photo finish, but a finish nonetheless.
It's a photo finish. Yeah, we got to see the replay to really make that call, but it does look like the game has decided that Wreckz and Tangibility, Team Pretty Mediocre, has taken the first game in this bracket. So,
and we will see if the Rusty Council can come back for revenge soon.
Stay tuned, guys. We are going to go to Game 2 of semifinal bracket M between For the Win and Scavengers.